thing which you don't know. So you need to be very attentive. You need to like stay focused. And if you have any kind of confusion, you can ask me. Okay. So we'll start the class. So I hope you have gone through the PDF which is provided. Okay, guys, this is your first class, and let us have a introduction about Java. So, what is Java? Java is a object-oriented programming language. You must be knowing the first line you learn about Java is that Java is a object-oriented programming language. So, can anybody tell me what is object-oriented programming language? Okay, I'll tell you. The first object-oriented programming language is said to be C++, right? C++ came after C, and Java came after C++. So Java is a programming language which is better than C++. It is not having the problems of C++. Like it is simpler than C++, better than C++. And C++ introduced the concept of object-oriented programming language. So Java is really good programming language and it is very simple. But to learn Java, you need to be very attentive because Java requires learning time. Now I am here to make Java easier for you, right? I guarantee you, if you stay positive, stay attached, stay practicing throughout this whole course, you will be a master in Java, master in the first part of the Java, that is core Java, right? Okay. So Java is object-oriented programming language. The feature of Java is it is high-level programming language. It is robust, secure programming language. Now you must be knowing one thing about Java. Like Java is the most secure programming language ever, right? To crack Java, to hack Java programs is next to impossible. And some hackers are there who really hack, like they hack. Hacking is also possible, right? But Java is very tough to hack. Now Java was developed by Sun Microsystems, right? And now Java is owned by Oracle. Do you know about Oracle? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Java is now owned by Oracle. Now the developer of Java was James Gosling. Java was developed by James Gosling. He is known as father of Java, and the like when he was developing Java initially, it was named as Oak, but Oak was already registered company. So after that, he changed the name from Oak to Java, right? So this is a Java. This is a simple Java program. If you ever have practiced Java, you must be knowing class hello Java, a public static void main. This is the main method, and unit inside main method. This is the print statement to get output on the screen, right? Now Java applications. Using Java, what kind of applications you can make? So you can make desktop applications. Desktop, do you know what is desktop? Your personal computer, that is a desktop.
It's run without internet.
Okay, yeah, your
And
personal,
it is only in our personal computer.
yeah. So desktop applications here, it means like desktop which are installed in our computer and that can run without internet. Okay, that can run without internet. That is called desktop application. This kind of application can be developed using Java JSE, Java Standard Edition. Okay, so we'll learn about JSE in upcoming slides. Now, enterprise applications can be developed using Java, right? Enterprise applications, these are applications which require internet, right? These applications are developed using JSE and JEE, Java Enterprise Edition. So in India, basically, Java is divided in two parts for trainers, for training institutes. Java officially doesn't name it as core Java or advanced Java. But in India, if you go for learning Java, Java is divided into two parts, core Java, advanced Java. Okay. So core Java is JSE, Java Standard Edition, and advanced Java is JEE, Java Enterprise Editions. So with core Java, you can develop applications which does not require internet. That will work standalone, like in your computer without internet, like Acrobat Reader, PDF readers, media players, antiviruses. You can develop using core Java, right? And with advanced Java, what you can develop? You can develop enterprise applications such as banking applications. Okay, so you can also develop mobile applications. So if you are using Android smartphone, the applications we installed in the Android smartphone may have been developed by Java. Okay, so from last 2 years, Java, like Android, is using Kotlin as their application development language officially, but still you can develop Android applications using Java. And I am also an Android application developer, so I developed Android applications using Java only. Fine. Embedded systems, like chips and all, like having motherboards and all. There are a lot of chips and IC. So you can program that embedded systems using Java. Smart cards like your ATM cards and all, are smart cards, robotics, games. This can be developed by Java. Now tell me, do you know about Kotlin? Any of you?
I just like listen the name, the program, but never touch the language.
Yeah. So Kotlin is also a programming language used for developing. Right now, it is for Android applications, right? So before, like 2 years ago, Java was the official language for development for Android applications. Now they have changed to Kotlin, right? So what are types of Java applications? So as we have talked in the last slide about different kind of Java applications can be developed. Now there are 4 type of Java applications. Okay. Now standalone, I told, that can be developed using JSE, Java Standard Edition, that is also called Core Java, right? So we are going to learn Core Java. So to learn advanced Java, you need to have full knowledge on Core Java. You can't skip Core Java and learn advanced Java. Advanced Java is the implementation of Core Java, right? So in this, you can develop desktop applications, Windows-based applications. These are traditional software that we need to install on every machine. Example of a standalone applications: media player, antiviruses. Okay, web applications. Web applications which run on browser like Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari. These are called web applications. Like YouTube. YouTube is a web application. Facebook is a web application, right? Okay. So using Java, advanced Java or JEE, you can create web applications, uh, right? So if you like understands about if you understand about like application, like you download and install some application and you use it, right? But uh, when you are using any application like web applications open in the browser only, Chrome, in if you're using Chrome for your browser, you can see lot of websites. They are just not for like displaying content. You can go and do some of your works, right? There are a lot of websites where you can go and edit the image. So you can see these are the applications which we do not need to download and install on our system, but we can directly access inside the browser. So these are very powerful web applications that can be developed using what? Java, right? So Java is very useful. Now enterprise applications like these applications you need to install on your system, right? Again, they use advanced Java for development, right? Actually, not only advanced Java, both core Java and advanced Java is used for developing enterprise applications. Now, okay, so okay, now Java is also used for mobile application development in Android. That is used now, not just in Android. When we are having Android from last, like from 2008. Okay, before 2008 there was and no Android phones were available. iPhones were available, and iPhones apps are developed using Swift, right? So before that, we were having Samsung smartphones, not smartphones, Samsung phones, Nokia phones, which were having OS called Series 60 and Series 40. In Samsung's, Samsung was having like a different OS, but we were using applications like we are playing games and running. All those applications were developed by Java only, right? And when Android came, it was also having Java as application development backend programming language, right? So Java is very useful. And you know, the best thing about Java is, if you are able to understand Java program properly, if you are able to understand each and everything of Java program, you can learn any programming language very easily, because Java is having the core concept of program. You will be able to understand how programming language works, right? This is the specialty of Java. If you go and learn C, you will, C is easier, but you will find it confusing because of pointers. Again, C++ is also confusing because of pointers, but Java is simpler than C and C++, and it is also having the core, the basic concept of programming language. So Java is really useful. Once you learn Java, you don't need to have a headache, like have a second thought that you can't learn another programming language. Every programming language learning becomes easy after learning Java. How many of you agree on this? Okay, that's really good. So now, okay, I need to see. Okay, really good. So we'll, in this session we'll make this Java easier. Now I already told you I'm talking from last like 5 minutes about Java Standard Edition. Now let's see how, what is it? Java Standard Edition, Core Java. Okay, I don't know what it is called in your country, but in India we call Java Standard Edition as Core Java, right? Core Java is having the core concept of Java. You need to learn Core Java in order to implement it, right? And in order to learn the advanced version of Java, you need to learn the Core Java. Like Core Java is like you need to learn walking. This is the Core Java, and once you learn walking, you can walk and go anywhere, right? You can walk and go and learn advanced Java. You can walk and go and learn Java Micro Edition, anything, right? So Core Java. So Core Java is like having all OOPS concepts, strings, methods and all, making method multi-threading, exception handling, all these kind of things are in the Java Standard Edition. Now, Java EE, like Java Enterprise Edition. This is the part of advanced Java, and it includes like servlet, JSP, web services. These kind of things are included in this. Java Micro Edition. So now Java Micro Edition. Java Micro Edition was used, like now it is also used. Now you, when you are, if you see there is any car or automobile you are buying, you can see there is Android tablet fixed inside. You have Bluetooth connectivity, lot of touch features. Before Java came in the market, still there were like some panels, some softwares were installed for connecting Bluetooths and all. That was also made by Java, right? That was also made by Java, and that was made by Java Micro Edition. Okay, it was made by Java Micro Edition. So now the use of Java Micro Edition is not that much, because a lot of places like you use Android devices like for doing swiping your smart card and all, everywhere Android systems are used. Earlier, if you see that swipe machines, they were having different software, small software that is made by Java only, Java Micro Edition. Okay, Java FX. What is Java FX? It is used to develop rich internet applications, and it uses lightweight user interface API. For rich internet web applications, small web applications, we use Java FX. Okay. Features of Java. Java is simple. First of all, simple. You can. Why am I saying Java is simple? You know, compared to C and C++, it is simple to understand. That's why Java is called simple. When this Java programming language came into the market, it it ruled it ruled the development world. Okay, still now, okay, still now you can see a lot of people is Java developers, because you know Java is something, once you do it now you are going to like understand everything easily. Now when Java came in market, it was simpler, and that's why it is very widely used. Today you have a lot of programming languages like Node.js and all for backend development. Now Java alone could do all this thing. Object oriented, portable, you can use Java applications anywhere. Platform independent, you can use Java application on your Windows laptop, Apple computer, on your phone. Okay, it is secure, it is robust, hard to crack, architecture neutral. It doesn't matter like what kind of architecture it is on hardware. You can obviously run Java programs. Interpreted, it is interpreted and both compiled. Okay, high performance, it is really high performance, multi-threaded, distributed and dynamic. Now Java is very fast. Like once Java application is the one of the fastest applications you run, right? This is the feature of Java. So any other application may take like to run time, but Java application is really fast. Now, what is bytecode, right? So when you write a program, Java program, you need to save that Java program using .java file. Do you know what is extension? File extension? How many of you know what is file extension? Okay. So if you don't know what is file extension, I'll explain you. So if you see any image file, right? You can say suppose img, okay, .jpeg. Every file has its own extension. Like extension is like identity, how your computer recognizes your file. Okay, if you are listening to music, audio song, it is like music or some name .mp3. Okay, like that Java file is having .java extension. When we are writing a Java program, that is going to have .java extension. Okay, now this Java extension, you can read this file. You can read this Java file. Suppose you program one. Okay, just I will write p1.java. Now you can read this Java file. p1.java is readable to us, to humans, right? Now after writing our program, we need to compile that. We need to do what? Compile that program. After the program is compiled successfully, it generates a .class file with your class name, right? .class file. Suppose your class name is p1. After you compile, after compilation is done, after compile, a .class file will be generated. Like suppose p1.class. Now p1.java is getting converted to p1.class, and this p1.class is called, you know what? Bytecode. Okay. Now this bytecode is not readable to us. We cannot read this file. If you try to open this file, it will not open. Okay. If you open this using Notepad, you will see all your programs has been converted to symbols. That's why this bytecode is not like very easy to hack. If there is like a high level of hacker, he is like legendary hacker, he may hack that. I doubt that. Okay. But this bytecode is not readable to us. After you compile what? p1.java, it is going to be converted to p1.class file, and this class file is called bytecode. Now this bytecode after you convert this .java file to .class file after compiling, this .class file will run. We need to run this .class file using our command prompt, and then our program will run. So this when this .class file will run, it will run via JVM. What is JVM? JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine. Okay. So it runs via JVM, and JVM uses JIT compiler and interpreter to run our program. What it uses? JIT compiler and interpreter. That's why we say Java is both compiled and interpreted programming language. Okay. Any question? Please, guys, don't be silent. I am getting a feeling like I'm on radio. I'm just speaking. If you're having like any problem, you can just come out. Nobody's having any problem. Like either I am teaching very good, or you are like understanding it in a very good way, or you are like, if you're after having problem, you are not speaking.
Sir, I want to ask one question. Could you please put on the slide?
Yes.
After like JVM, with the JVM, with the help of JIT compiler and which interpreter we use, you say?
After we compile our program, .class file is generated. Okay. .class file is generated, and then we need to run that .class file.
To run that.
Yes, we need to run that. If we after compiling, if we need to run. If we don't run, we'll not get the result. We need to run, and that will run you with the help of JVM. JVM will run that program using GIT compiler and interpreter.
Okay. It is JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine.
Yeah,
right?
it runs our dot class file. It is only having the power of reading that dot class file. Other things can't read dot class file. I'll show you practically everything right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank
Your confusion is cleared?
Yes, sir. So only JVM can read the dot class file.
Only JVM.
Right?
Other than JVM, nobody has the right authority to read dot class file.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else having problem?
Could you please remember the meaning for the HLL? Start the slide. HLL.
H.L. Okay. It is high level language.
High level language.
High
Thank you.
level. Okay. See, here we have given the comparison between Java and C or C++. Okay. CPP is C++. So it generates .c or CPP file, right? It is called objective code, and using loader and linker it is executed, and it generates .exe file, right? What Java generates .class file, what C or CPP generates .exe file, right? I hope you were able to understand this slide. Can we move? Okay, we'll move forward. Now, syntax of running Java program. Now, you need to run Java program using command prompt, right? Using command prompt, you need to run Java program. So, if you like, I don't know how many people know about command prompt and how the program is run, like used to run. I'll show that practically. If anybody knows, that's good. If anybody don't know about command prompt, how to run, they will not understand even if I say anything. I'll just show you practically. Okay, so let's move to another slide. Now, identifiers. First I will show you practically what I have taught. Okay, will you it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, I'll show you practically. I'll open VS Code and write a Java program. I'll write a demo program, class demo.
Sir, Cont is not visible. Could it be like Zoom? Can it be Zoom?
Are you watching on mobile phone?
No, I'm attending from my laptop.
So why it is not visible? I don't know why. Anyways, I'll zoom for you. Okay.
Yeah, it is visible now.
Okay. So public static void main. I'll explain this program to you, but let's focus right now on this. So this is the program which will show output hello Java. I'll run this program here from here, and this is VS Code. So I am running the program directly from VS Code, but you need to learn how to run Java program using command prompt. Okay, so we'll also learn that. But see here, hello Java, we have got the output, and it is demo program.java, right? I will show you where is this file located in my computer. I need to see in which folder it is located. I need to see that. It is in pack demo. Okay, fine. See, this is the program, demo program. Okay, it is type Java source file, right? If I go to the properties of this program, see, type java source file dot java. So demo program dot java, this is the what? This is dot java file. Now what I have done, I need to run this program. Suppose, okay, so I will run this program using command prompt, and I will show you dot class file. If I open this demo program dot java with a notepad, see, you will get the program which I wrote, right? It is the program. Can you see that? It is the same program, right? I wrote.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now what I will do, I will run this program using command prompt. Java. I'll teach all the syntax. Don't worry. Just I'll see. This is command prompt. I have run the program using command prompt. First, I have compiled using Java C. Okay. After the compilation is done successfully, I have run the program, demo program, just Java demo program. Now I have got the output hello Java, and see, you will see a class file here, demo program dot class file. I told now it will generate a class file. Now see one very good catch. When I'm opening this demo program, just demo program dot java file, you can't see dot java here, but it is dot java file. Okay. Now if I open this using notepad, I can see the program. Okay. I can see the program. Now
सर तुमको तो 150 कर दीजिए सर, थोड़ा मतलब ज़्यादा ठीक रहेगा.
there is no option of 150. Anyways,
सर 100 ही ठीक है सर, कोई बात नहीं.
okay guys.
Yes, sir.
So I'll open using see, I'll just open it. So one side I have opened like this dot class file, dot java file using notepad, and now I will open this using notepad. See, just once. This is the file. This is the dot class file. Are you able to understand what I have written?
No, sir.
See the difference between dot class file and dot java file. See, I'll just minimize it. Are you able to understand, guys? Is this not very interesting thing?
Yes, sir.
This is
so first one is dot class file, and second one is dot java file,
yeah.
right?
Dot java file is readable to us, readable to human. This is where we write our Java program in dot java file, and after writing Java program, it is compiled, and when it is compiled, it generates dot class file with the class name. Right? With the class name, it will generate what? Dot class file, and we need to run that dot class file. So, in order to get the output. Okay? Understood?
So first one is dot class file, right?
Yes.
And second one that is readable is dot java file.
Yes.
That is okay.
Yes. So anybody having any confusion? I hope everything is going well, or you are not getting bored.
Yeah, everything is clear.
Okay, really good. So I hope this is the you have seen this first time how dot file looks to notepad, right? Now we'll learn about identifiers in Java, right? So when we are learning Java, we need to learn everything step by step, and we need to understand everything. Like we need to know the Java language of Java too, right? What is called what? Identifiers in Java. What are identifiers? Identifiers are names in Java, like names. Names of what? Names of variable, method, Java program name, Java class name. Like in real world, what is your name? Okay. Name is what? Name is like name of any human, anything. Like in Java, identifiers are used in place of name. You can't say name. You need to say identifiers, right? So identifiers can be variable name, method names, names of in Java program. Now method, a lot of people know method as functions also. Okay, in C or C++ we call method functions. In Java we call method. Is it clear, guys? In C++ we call it function, but in Java we call it method. Now method, what is method? We'll understand this. Identifiers are case sensitive. Like if you are writing like integer a b c, now a b b. Now if you are, in order to reuse it, you need to again use the same case. Like if the b is small, you need to keep the b small, right? Same case, that is called case sensitive. You need to have the same cases of identifier in order to reuse it, right? Now it can have sequence of letters, digits. Okay, it can have sequence of letters and digits. However, it must begin with a letter. Identifier should must begin with a letter. Okay, from A to Z, small or capital, fine. It can have dollar or underscore. It is better to begin with identifier with a letter, right? It cannot begin with a digit, number. It cannot begin with a digit. Like it cannot be like if you are declaring an integer like int a1, so it is correct. It can't be 1a, right? It is incorrect. Fine. Understood what is identifier and how it should be written. Now there is no length limit of Java identifier, but it is not recommended to use a lengthy identifier. So a lengthy name is not recommended, but you can have big identifier like big names in Java, right? It is a convention to start an identifier with letter rather than dollar or underscore sign. So better identifier should have begin with letter. White spaces are not allowed. What is white spaces? You can't like int a space 1. You can't do this. You need to write underscore or write it together like a1. Got it? Okay. Similarly, you can't use symbols such as at the rate, hash, and there are a lot of symbols you can't use in identifier. So anybody having any confusion on this slide?
Sir, first line is identifier cannot be a keyword. So
Yeah.
what
We'll come to this. We'll come to this in the next slide. What is keywords? First, you can't. You need to understand what are keywords. All right. So there is a slide for this. So identifier can't be a keyword. I missed this. I will see what is keyword. Then you can understand identifier. Why can't it be a keyword? Right. These are some valid identifiers: codes, level, highest score, number one, convert to string. These are valid identifier. What are invalid identifier? This is a keyword. Class is a keyword. Float is a keyword. This is having one like number in the beginning. This is having a white space over here. This is having at the rate. So these are what? Invalid identifier.
Sir, I have a question that in the last invalid identifier we use like at the rate. So what are the what are the all symbols we so that we can identify that what are the symbols we cannot use in the identifiers?
There are a lot of symbols, but I can't like explain everything. You can use dollar sign. You can use underscore. You have from A to Z capital. You have from small a to small z. Okay. You can have 0 to 9. Right? These are thing which you can use, and you can't use number in the beginning. You don't have white spaces, not allowed. These are the thing.
Okay.
Right. Now reserve keywords. What I said in the like what was the first line about identifiers? You can't use reserve keywords as identifier in Java. Now what are reserve keywords? Like in real life, if you see, like there are names like uncle, father, sister, cousin. These are the thing which you can't name a people anybody like uncle. He may have any name like XYZ, but he can't. You can't call his name can't be uncle. His name can't be father. His name can't be son. Right? His name can't be sister. So these are the names which are reserved for this. So some kind of relation. You can't use these words for naming anybody. In same way, Java is having reserve keywords. Okay, there are 53 reserve keywords in Java, and they are used for some. They have some like function. They have functionality. They provide us some kind of feature. We can't use it as identifier. Got it? Right. So for making class, like for writing your first programming, if you are writing a programming Java, you need to write class, then class name like hello world. Okay. So class. This is a reserved keyword. It can't, like, we can't write a int class, any variable. Then it is going to be wrong, right? Because class is having some special kind of functionality. So that is reserved keyword. Like, how many reserved keywords are there? There are total 53 reserved keywords. Okay, which is 48 is like directly, unused is 2, go to and const, and true, false, and null. These are literal. These are literal. Like these are used to assign value inside variable in Java. True, false, or null. Okay. Any confusion? Anybody is having any confusion? Am I not? Are you not able to understand me? Is my English that bad?
Everything's clear. It's pretty good.
Okay, fine. So at least you should, like, I should understand that you are able to understand what I'm telling, right? So better to, like, respond, okay? Or if you are having any kind of confusion, better to ask. Otherwise, I am not able to see all of you. I think, like, everybody left. Okay. So in this chart, you can see there are a lot of reserved keywords, and as we learn programming languages, we will interact with these keywords. Fine. So your doubt is clear. What are why reserved keywords can't be used as identifier?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Now, literals in Java. What are literals? Literals are a value which is stored inside a variable in Java. Literals are what? A value which is stored inside a variable in Java. Now, what is variable? Variable holds value, right? It can be reused. Fine, it can be reused. Variables hold what? It holds some value, right? It holds some value. Now, literals can be assigned to any primitive variable. Literals can be assigned to any primitive variable. We'll learn what are variables in that lecture. Now, int num equals to 200. Okay, fine. This num is having what value? It is having 200. And in Java programming language, value is called what? Literal. 200 is stored in what? In num. Type of num is what? Int. Right. So we'll see what are variables. We'll understand what are variables. Those who are not knowing what variables, they will understand it. Those who know about variable, that is really good for them. Right. Now, data types in Java. Data types. Basically, there are two types of data in Java. Primitive and non-primitive. Java has divided data into two types. Primitive and non-primitive. First of all, we need to understand the meaning of primitive. Anybody there to explain meaning of primitive? Okay, I'll tell you. Primitive means thing which existed from the beginning, which is existing from the beginning. It came first. Primitive. Okay, so you can call like primitive peoples, like those who were like early man. You can call them primitive peoples. Okay, so and non-primitive. Non-primitive, I've like something new which came, came into the world with the time, right? But primitive, which are the means which existed from the start. Now, primitive variables or primitive data types, these are further divided into two things: numeric data and non-numeric data. Now, numeric which involves what? Numbers. Numeric means which involves numbers. Okay, and non-numeric which is not having any number. Fine. So primitive is divided into two types, numeric and non-numeric, and further non-numeric is divided into integer and floating point, right? So I'll first come to integer. What are integer? Integer is from any number which is integer from 0 to 9. Okay, but integer is not having decimal. You need to remember this. Integer is not having decimal, right? From 0 to 9, whole numbers are called integer. It may be minus, it may be plus, right? Now, integer is further divided into four types, but we use int today. But why it was divided into four types if we use only int? Okay, now it is divided into 4 because when the Java programming language came, that time we had memory shortage. Like you have like 128 GB storage in your phone today, but there was a time when you were having like 4 GB memory card in your phone. Okay, there was a time when the RAM was just 8 MB in the computer. That time you need to write very memory efficient program. Now if you declare a int variable int x equal to 10, it is going to have what? It is have 32 bit. It will occupy 32 bit in your memory, right? But if you have very less memory shortage and you don't require very less like you need to write a very memory efficient program, and you know the value of this x is going to range between 0 to 9, like 1 to 9. Okay, now what you will do, you can save the memory using this byte. What byte just takes 8 bit in the memory, and it is from the range of byte is what? Minus 128 to plus 127. So here you save what? You save memory. Like if you like, how many memory you can save? Like 24 bits. You can save 24 bits, and this was a huge saving when the programming language came into the market, because that was a memory shortage. Right? Today memory is available. We can use int for anything. Now the range of int, byte and short and long differs. Okay, the range of byte, int, short, long, these are all numeric type of data, like all are integer, differs. Like see, the range is given over here. This is byte range, byte. This is short range, short. This is range of integer, and this is range of long. Okay, fine.
Sir, what is the means of range? Actually, I am confused. I have a confusion on that.
Okay, what is the meaning of range? Fine. Suppose what I told, the range of byte is what?
Minus 128 to 127.
Minus 128 to plus 127. Now, if you are having like any number which is greater than, which is lesser than 127 and greater than minus 128, this is the range. Simple. If you are multiplying any number, like if it is 130, okay, like 130 rupees, it cannot be stored inside a byte. You need short, bigger memory. Like byte is having occupying 8 bit in your memory card, in your storage device. Okay, and if you are having like 130, if you are going to, like, if you have 130 rupees, like any number which is bigger than 127, it should be stored inside what? Inside short or int or long. It cannot be stored inside byte. Clear? What is the range?
Sir, range is a means of that number we want to store in that variable.
Yes,
right?
only that is the range. Okay, so if you will get this presentation, this PDF, I'll send you. So you can see the different ranges given. For short, the range is minus 3 to 786 to this. So you can see the long is having the highest range. It is 64 bit. It is occupying 64 bit of data in your storage device. It is like having the highest storage. But int is like enough for whatever tasks we do. Okay, now it comes what? Float. This one, floating point. Now I told you what integer is, something like which is having only what? Non-decimal number, whole number. But the floating point is what? Which is having decimal number. You can't have whole number in this. So same concept is applied over there. And now its float is not divided into 4 types, like it is divided into 2 types, double and float again. Now double is having the range of int, the same range of int, and float is having the range of long. Okay, clear? Any confusion? Anybody? Am I clear, guys? If you are having any confusion, please go ahead. Don't be afraid of me. I look so nice, right?
Sir, double is having the range of int and float is having the range of long, right?
Yes, C. Look at up to 7 decimals. It is C. It is what? 32 bit. Int is what? 32 bit. Float is 32 bit. Double is 64 bit. The chart says something wrong. Okay. Yeah. No. Actually, I said mistake. See, watch this. Int is having 32 bit. Float is having 32 bit. Long is having for 64 bit and double is having 64 bit. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So you will get this PDF. You can study from here also. Now, declaring a variable in Java. These are like some valid names. How to declare a variable in Java. Okay. For declaring a variable in Java, you need to provide data type. So we'll okay. I forgot about the non-primitive data type. Now we have completed the primitive data type. Now coming to non-primitive data type, strings, array, user-defined classes or classes. Now, when programming language came into market, it was only about numbers. Okay, but now when you are going to be a developer, you will have lots of data like images. These are a kind of data. Music file is a kind of data. Video is a kind of data, right? Is it not a data? So this came after like the time revolved, it came like, okay. So these are also the data, but these are called non-primitive data type, which came with the time. So we need to work on these data too, right? And Java also provides functionality to do this. Now string, while using non-primitive data type in the beginning of the classes, string is widely used. Okay, arrays, we'll have a lecture on array. User defined class, the program we create is a user defined class. Okay, so arrays and strings are the thing which we interact. Now we'll study how to declare a variable in Java. So declaring a variable in Java is very easy. You need to write first of all data type. What kind of variable you need? Like if I need to store a number, I need to declare int type of variable, int. I need to write int. Okay. Then name of variable like int x. Then equal to sign. Then any number. Fine. So using this int, when we'll see this int, we'll automatically understand we can only store number, and we also know the range of the number it is going to have, right? Now if we need to declare any variable which will store string value, what are string value? Alphabetical, numerical, every value is stored inside a string. Okay, so in order to store a string value, we need to write capital S, then string. Okay, in string your S will be always capital. Then again variable name, like you can write name. Then in double quotes you need to store your string value in double quotes. Okay, like Java. Okay, again semicolon. So this is how you store string value. Okay, again character. For character you can just store character using single quotes. Fine. Boolean, for storing in Boolean kind of data. Okay, I missed this also. See, non-numeric can store character and Boolean. Boolean is only true or false. Okay, true or false. Boolean means true or false. A Boolean kind of data type will only output true or false. Like suppose you will compare if your age is greater than 20 or not. Answer is going to be true or false, right? So if this kind of data is stored inside a Boolean, right? So Boolean will store like Boolean age. It will store true or false only, right? We can't use any another thing. So here also in this chart, see, reserved literal. Actually, literal is called value. False is there, and null is also null can be also stored inside a variable. Okay. So see, short, declare a variable. No, and I have like missed the name over here. Long, when you declare amount, when you declare a variable long, you need to use capital L in the literal itself, right? In the literal. Suppose long x1 equals to 50L. In the last, you need to write L. Float. While you declare float, you need to write small f in the last, in the what? Last of the literal. Float like P 20.2 F. Okay, this is how we declare float. While double, you just can write this. So this is how you need to declare a variable in Java. Okay, so this is the end of slide.
सर लॉन्ग में हम कौन से वेरिएबल स्टोर करते हैं जो मतलब ज्यादा लेंदी होते हैं?
Please use English because a lot of like people from other different.
Okay, in the long variable, we use the value that is long. I want to
Yes, yes. In long is having the maximum storage capacity. Like it is having 64-bit of storage. If you declare a variable like long x, you can like store a variable with bigger range. Like it is the most big range. Okay, like any variable is there 15,000. You need to use L in the last. See here, long is having 64-bit. The range of long is what? See. Okay, this is the range. So you will get this PDF and you can understand everything. Now,
I also have another question.
Yes.
Please, like be in the sir, we have used double quotes in the string name. So while we storing the variable in the string, we have to use double quotes, and while using character, use single quotes.
Yeah,
right?
You can use single quotes, and while using integer or any number, we don't need to use any kind of quotes.
Okay, and like we have to use semicolon always.
Yes, in Java program, you have to always use semicolon while declaring a variable. I'll teach you where you not have to use semicolon. Now guys, I'll tell you a very basic difference in declaring a variable and initializing a variable. These are the things which in this lecture, throughout the course, you will interact with lot of things. Because I'm a developer. I'm an Android developer. I just don't teach. So I know how things work practically. I'll teach you in practical terms, right? Now declaring a variable or defining a variable and initializing a variable, these three words have different meanings. Declaring, when I'll tell you about declaring or defining. Okay guys, declaring or defining. What is the meaning of declaring a variable, right? And initializing a variable. Okay, so declaring and initializing, what is the basic difference you need to understand? Declaring a variable, when you suppose write string x, this is how you declare a variable. Declare or define is same. Okay, int y, this is declaring a variable. Okay, what is initializing? Initializing is putting a value inside it. Initializing is putting a value inside it for first time. Like if you write string x equals to Java, this is declaring plus initializing, because in declaration we use the data type. In declaration we use the data type before the variable name, so that it knows the type of this x now here knows the type of it. Okay, this is called declaring, and here we are declaring and both initializing, right? Now string x equals to, now okay, this is string x. Now we can use again here in next line Java. Here we are declaring and here we are initializing. Okay, you understood the basic difference between declaring and initializing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So while, like, suppose I'll show you why I'm telling you this. This is, you may think this is a very basic thing. What is the teaching? I'll show you practically why I am telling you this. Okay, suppose I write here string x. Okay, Just okay. When I'll run this program, see what we'll get. We'll see the local variable x may not have been initialized. You understood? It is saying this x is not initialized. Okay, understood? So to initialize, we need to put value inside it. Okay, suppose any value we need to put inside this. Will now get the output. Now, when we are declaring any variable and when we are going to get the output of that variable, it should be initialized. It should be initialized. If you like don't want to use this x, you leave this empty. That is okay. Okay, but you need to at least initialize it. Okay, so this is a declaring and putting a value inside it for first time is called initializing. Got it? Okay, guys. So this was your first class. I'll stop presenting and now I'll talk to you all. So guys, tell how was the class? Was it satisfactory? Do you found it useful? And if you are having any kind of confusion, go ahead now.
The class.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I like it very much. I had a question, but now we're over. It's no problem. I can.
No. You can go ahead with the question. If you ask question, others may benefit with you.
I wanted to know the difference between float and double.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'll explain you. Because you should interrupt. Generally, what happens? People like don't want interruption. That is a debate. We are like in the class. I would appreciate your interruption. I'll also tell you when not to interrupt, but I'll appreciate your interruption because this is your first class. I wanted to know you all. I wanted to know how much you all know about Java, right? So let's understand the difference between float and double. Very easy to understand. I'll just play from the first side. See, you will get this slide. Float and double. These are both decimal, having decimal. Okay, 1.1, 1.1, like 5.5. Like you need to have a like number with decimal. This is called. These are floating point number. Now, float and double. If you declare any variable float, it should have a decimal. If it is not even having decimal, it will automatically add 0 to it. I'll show it practically. Okay, I'll show it practically. Suppose we declare float x equals to 2L. Okay, 2L. Okay, so just print. So you see, I am writing s out. It is automatically giving me system.out.println. This is a feature of this VS Code, the software on which we are using coding, right? This is not like if you are not coding on this software, you may not get this feature. So don't get confused. Okay, if you are writing program, you need to write it full system.out.print as you are the learner. Okay, if I print x, see what happens. Now see what I have written. 2L. This is not 2.1. Okay, this is not 2.1. This is 2L, but the output is 2.0. Focus. You understood now what are floating point?
Yes.
Okay. Now we come to what is the difference between float and double. See here, it is clearly mentioned over here. Float will occupy 32-bit. Once you declare any variable float. Now x, if you declare any variable x, while we run our program, it is occupying 32-bit in our memory. Okay, like if you are not able to understand what is 32-bit in your memory, while you are using any app, right? Sometime your RAM gets full, right? There are few apps which requires a lot of RAM. While you are gaming, it requires a lot of RAM, right? So this float x when you declare any variable float x, it will occupy 32 bit of memory in your RAM. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Okay. Now, when you declare any variable double, it will occupy 64 bit. It will occupy how many bits? 64 bit. Now, it is having decimal digit up to 7 decimal digits. See here. Okay. Up to 7 decimal digits. Right? And it is having up to 16 decimal digits. This is the basic difference. Like you can declare, you can store a larger number inside a double. That's simple.
Okay, I now understood.
Okay, understood?
Yes, understood. Thank you very much.
I was like, I did a mistake over here. I wrote yeah L. This must be L. Sorry, F. Okay, so that was my mistake, guys. So you need to write F in the last while declaring float. That was a mistake. Like anyway, we are human. We may do mistake. That's why I saw there's something I have done wrong. Okay, you need to write F at last of the variable, like last in the literal. You need to add F while declaring a float. Okay, and this program also like gave output, like I don't know how it gave. Okay, anybody, any questions? Anybody? So Deepika Sharma, everybody is added in group, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so the next class will be happening. Are you comfortable in having like class Monday?
Okay, sir.
Monday 4
Yes, Monday.
Monday will be the same time.
Yes.
Okay, really good. So guys, those who didn't introduce those who didn't introduce themselves, they can come forward. Like I can see few people are there. MK01, Richard, Arjoin, Javed Ahmad, Raj Pradhan. These are the guys who left, who were not able to introduce themselves. So they can come forward.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Raj Kalam. I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra.
Okay.
Right now, I'm pursuing my engineering, computer engineering.
Okay.
I'm in third year.
Okay. That's really good. Congratulations. If you are starting, if you are learning from right now, like it's really good. Like a lot of people, like start learning after engineering. So that is not a good thing. Deepika, you also didn't introduce yourself.
Yeah, sir. My name is Deepika, and I'm like pursuing my MBA in IT right now, and I'm in second year.
Okay, so you're doing MBA in IT.
Yes, yes, sir. Actually, I have done my BTech in electrical engineering, but like after there is a like need of IT in everything, so that is I am pursuing this IT, and I am also learning programming languages and IT skills right now.
Okay, that's really good. So, from which college you are doing? From which city?
Yeah, I'm from Vivekanand College of Engineering and Technology in Aligarh.
Okay, that's really good. Now, anybody? MK01? Anybody would like to introduce himself? Richard? Rachid? Sorry, not Richard.
Hello, my name is Rashid. I'm from Benin. I'm studying in the University of War, and I'm second year of informatics.
Okay. So that's really good. So I hope everyone were able to understand everything. So we'll have next class on Monday, same time. So all the best, guys. I'll send the PDF in the group. And if you are having your friends, those who want to learn Java, so I hope you find this class very useful, and you can share the group link and ask them to join. That will be very helpful for them too. Okay. So I'm ending this meeting, this class. We'll meet on Monday. Have a good day, guys.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, everyone.
For the class.